Later this year, we are getting an Egyptian-themed season for Overwatch 2. What can we expect from that team? Let's have a look. For a second, it looked like Season 10 was going to be the Egyptian Mythology themed season. So much so that I had this video recorded and ready to launch a week before Season 10 would start. But then Blizzard served us a bit of a plot twist. In any case, that Egyptian Mythology team is coming at some point. And most likely at a better time. When they release the Clash mode, for instance, and turns out that second Clash mode map is indeed going to be Anubis. Fingers crossed. In any case, the Egyptian mythology is rich in deities, creatures, locations, stories. In fact, did you know that there are over 2,000 gods and goddesses in the ancient Egyptian mythology? But I do think Blizzard is going to stick to the most important ones, the top 50 or something. We've all heard some of their names, some by watching National Geographic, or maybe you watched Moon Knight or Stargate. That was nice. I liked Stargate. And since most of these deities are actually humans with animal heads, those could make some very interesting skins. Let's look at a few options. Now, the two biggest deities in Egyptian mythology are Ra, the god of the sun and the principal god, and Isis, the mother goddess, the protector. The thing is, we already have a Ra skin in game, Zenyatta. And come to think of it, we also have an Asp Pharaoh, an Anubis Pharaoh, a Bastet Anna, a Scorpion Widowmaker, and even a Mummy Anna. But I'm not going to count that one. That's more like a Halloween thing. The mummies in Egyptian mythology tend not to walk around. But I also don't think they're going to do a new take on these deities for the future skins, which is kind of sad. A Ra Iyari skin would have made perfect sense. Ra actually has the head of a hawk, so with her wavy hair, that would have looked nice. Or what if Ramatra gets the mythic skin, and they make him into Ra, and they make his ultimate beam light instead of all that purple mist he does right now? That would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, I don't think we need to expect any of these deities to be reprised. So maybe let's focus on the ones we haven't seen in Overwatch yet. Like Isis, for instance. Now, for her, I was originally thinking about Mercy, but let's be honest, Mercy already gets plenty of skins. Sorry, Mercy Mafia. You know it's true. And the Jungle Queen definitely has mommy vibes for some people. It would fit nice next to her Zeus skin. But I don't think Isis was as furious as the Jungle Queen is. I actually have a better idea for the Jungle Queen, but I'll get back to that. Maybe they can give Anna an Isis epic skin? I don't know. Now, while we're talking about options for epic skins, both Reaper and Doomfist would make a great Osiris, the god of the dead. Just give him a bit of green skin, a goatee, something with a snake on top of it. Listen, I can hear them cackle already. Now, for the legendaries, I would love to see a Sobek skin, the protector of the now, or Tawaret, the goddess of fertility. Now, Sobek does have a crocodile head, which might be a little difficult because it kind of changes the silhouette substantially. While Tawaret looks like a hippopotamus that walks upright. If you have seen the Marvel series Moon Knight, they did an amazing job of kind of making that look fun. I think both would actually work as a Roadhog skin. I'm pretty sure he's fertile, right? You know what? I actually don't want to think about that. Suddenly I'm a little queasy. Some animal heads that might work a little better is Sekhmet, the goddess of war. She has a lion head. And this is where I see the Junker Queen get her skin. That would be the perfect match. Farah would also be kind of a nice option. There's also Seth, the god of chaos, the trickster god. Yeah, every of these mythologies do have their trickster. And he has quite a unique head. It sometimes reminds me of an anteater, but apparently it's kind of its own thing. Now, who could be a trickster in Overwatch? There's Sombra, there's Junkrat, there's a few options. There's also Thoth, a god of the moon, but mainly the god of learning and writing. He actually has two options for a head. Either it's an ibis or a baboon, which is a very eclectic set of heads to own. Maybe he uses one in weekdays and the other one for the weekends, I don't know. Just reading about them, I think they would fit either with Reinhardt or Sigma. Oh, that wouldn't be an amazing Sigma skin. It's kind of like Reinhardt has the heart of Thoth and Sigma has the mind of Thoth. Now, when we're talking about the moon, there's also Khonshu, who is the god of the moon. Thoth is a god of the moon and Khonshu is the god of the moon. It's complicated, but he is actually the moon. You know, that disc you see moving around, which is actually not a disc. He is basically the celestial body that moves through the night sky. And again, a character that plays a very important and rather obvious role in Moon Knight. And he usually has a falcon head, which also looks amazing. Now, to be honest, I do think we're going to see maybe 2 or 3 of these deities or gods. But there's more to this Egyptian mythology than just the gods. There are, for instance, the sirens of the Nile, water spirits that lured men to their death. Guess how they did it? It's so easy. Come on. the legendary griffin, which Orisa already has a skin for, but that is more of that fantasy griffin. Have you ever heard about the Serpo part? It's a thing. It's part leopard and part snake. Yeah, you heard that right. That's the stuff of nightmares. But then there's also just the cobra, and the really important one, the sphinx. The lion with a human head and wings. Talking about an interesting combination. I'm starting to think that these Egyptians loved eating mushrooms, or they were a huge fan of patchworks. Just sticking things together that shouldn't be together. Damn! A god. Have a creature. But you know, whatever works for them. In any case, those could be used to make cosmetics for several heroes. But also weapon charms or, well, souvenirs. Yeah. On top of all these types of creatures and gods, there's also a lot of symbolism. Like the Egyptian crosses, the scarabs, and the holiest of animals according to Egyptians, the cats. Remember that time where they showed all these cat-type skins in the survey? Come on. Look, this is going to be a very interesting season. And sure, one would hope that the 2 Egyptian heroes that are in the roster would get to partake in all of this fun. But on the other hand, that is very predictable. It's the same reason why Sombra didn't get a Los Muertes weapon. She already has plenty of those. Too easy. But we'll see. That was it. A huge thank you to my patrons. I could not make these videos without you guys. You have my eternal gratitude. Just click it. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.